Welcome back, children. So today we will learn about fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue is divided into two main parts. First is blood, second is lymph, blood and lymph. These two comes under fluid connective tissue. Now what is blood, you know? Blood is that fluid connective tissue which has a liquid part and a solid part. In blood, it is composed of four different things. Firstly, RBC, second WBC, then platelet, and then plasma. These are the solid parts of the blood. And this one is the liquid part. Now RBC means red blood corpuscle. It is also called as erythrocyte. Its main function is to transport oxygen with the help of hemoglobin, which is present in RBC, to all parts, to all cells of the body. So hemoglobin has great affinity for oxygen. Oxygen combines with hemoglobin to form an unstable compound called oxyhemoglobin, and thus oxygen is carried to each and every cell. On reaching the cell, oxyhemoglobin breaks into oxygen and hemoglobin. Oxygen is delivered to the cell and hemoglobin is retained in the RBC. WBC. Now, in human being, RBCs do not have nucleus, remember. In RBC, no nucleus is present. Next is WBC. Now, there are 5 different types of WBC. WBC, white blood cell, they are also called as leukocytes. Now, out of those 5 different types of leukocytes, one is called as lymphocyte. This lymphocyte is very important because it helps in forming antibody and thus protects the body against infection, bacterial infection or other microbial infection. Means any type of germ which may enter your body, they are generally destroyed by these lymphocytes. So it helps in increasing the immunity of your body. Now these WBCs have a very characteristic property of amoeboid movement. They can come out through blood vessel, enter any other part of the body, wherever infection has occurred, there they accumulate, they surround that foreign body or that germ and they destroy it. So it is totally helping our body to prevent any type of infection caused by microbes and germs. After this comes the platelets. The platelets help in coagulation of blood. Now, children, you must have seen that whenever you receive a minor injury or wound, blood starts oozing out. Now, without applying any medicine, within 5 to maximum 15 minutes, this bleeding automatically stops. That is because of the formation of a clot. Clot is nothing but a very fine mesh or net on the face of that wound or injury. So as the net is formed, the holes in the net are so small that RBCs are unable to come out. That means what? The flow of RBC is stopped. Why? Because RBCs are very important for the body. It helps in carrying oxygen. So that is why loss of RBC should not be allowed. And that is why this arrangement of clotting of blood is done automatically. This is the work of platelets. Now, Next is plasma. Plasma contains the liquid, it contains all the proteins, various dissolved gases, water, various hormones, excretory substances, everything is present in plasma. Now, if from blood all the RBCs are removed, then plasma is there. Now, from the plasma, one protein is there, fibrinogen. If that fibrinogen protein is removed from plasma, then whatever is left, that is called as serum. Right? So, blood minus the corpuscles minus fibrinogen is called as serum. Clear, children? Now, apart from this blood, the next part is lymph, which is also called as the tissue fluid. Lymph also has all the components of blood, except it does not have red blood cells, platelets, and it contains fewer proteins. It also helps in carrying WBCs, which helps in fighting against infection. Lymph also helps in carrying fat through lymph vessels, which are called as lacteals. So after finishing its work, this tissue fluid again returns back to blood to form the plasma. So the composition of the blood, you can say, is helped to retain the composition of the blood is helped by lymph. Moreover, lymph also helps in circulating through the body and fighting against infections. Clear, children? So this is all about fluid connective tissue, which contains blood and lymph. The next part is muscular tissue.